So, this spot worked out great, even though we had to come here after dark. Dropped anchor, didn't drag. I stayed up for another couple hours and periodically checked navionics, and our little arrow stayed in the same spot. So, yeah, this was the spot I probably should have stopped at to begin with when we got into the Alligator River Canal here. So, we're going to start our day. Had coffee, made some breakfast, feeding Wavey. Now she's got to go to shore and do her business, and we're going to continue on, so stay tuned. I'm not seeing any blatant signs saying we can't stop there. I think we're going to stop there. The Beagle needs a walk. I'm not seeing any signs. No sign's a good sign, as I always say. I'm sure they didn't just put this out here for scumbag shanty boat captains to come along and use, and their scumbag beagles. Remote pieces of property out here along the Alligator Canal. If someone comes out, I'll just leave as always. I've seen you pee, now go poop. Go poop. Oh, good. Second pee. I'll take it. This is great firewood for starting fires. We have another cold snap coming here this weekend. I'm going to gather a little bit of this stuff. Okay, Beagle. I know. You could sniff around here all day. It's time to go. That's some kind of military. It says maritime on it. Appreciate you slowing down for me, minimizing the wake. Check this out, guys. So I'm cruising along here, and there's all these dead fish. I don't know what kind they are. I got the net out. I'm going to try to drift by one and grab it and see what it is, but I'm not seeing one around us at the moment, but there's a bunch of them out here, and they're all kind of along this line, you know, like a current line. Let me see if I can find one back here to zoom in on. I'm not going to eat it or anything, but I am curious what it is. Do you see that? Let's grab one of those and see what they are. We got nothing better to do. I can see their fins sticking out, so at least I have something to aim at. I think they're actually trout. I think those are speckled trout. Look at that. And there's a bunch of them. They must have frozen or something. Strange. Man, I made the mistake of touching this one, and boy, they stink. They are rotten. If you know what that is, please comment below. It looks like a trout to me. It almost looks like a lake trout, like I would catch in Lake Superior. Did the apocalypse happen and no one told me? Or? And then the rain comes. Got a regular torrential downpour going on here, guys. Just kind of came in. You can see that. Wow, now it's like there's wind shears. Let me see if I can show you. See that kind of going across the surface of the water? At least it's coming from the back, actually driving us pretty good. Throw up the sail or something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to close the door here. This guy has not moved from his path yet. Let's see what happens. Literally just going right down the middle. No moving over whatsoever. No slowing down. Well, at least we found the rightful owner of the canal. It's called intoxication, believe it or not. We're coming out of the Alligator Channel. You can see it right up here. That was the fastest little rainstorm that I've seen in a long time. I think it lasted about 10 minutes. Really intense. Wind shears and torrential downpour, and then just as fast as it showed up, it went away. If you got to get some rain on the ground, just get it done fast, I guess. I looked at it through my binocular. I don't know how close I can get to it with the phone here, but there's that sailboat right there is up on the shore, or beached or marooned. From what I can tell with the binocular, it looks like it's in fairly good shape. It's still got the sail cover on the sails, and after pulling up the weather report, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do here. So I was thinking about grabbing one of these anchorages. You can see here, that's actually a pretty good one. It's just right back there. But I have decided we're going to go around the corner. We're going to come up here, and we're going to duck into Catfish Point right here and go for this one. All right, checking in, slight change of plan. So we're making really good time right now. We have a following seas and following wind, which we've had for several days now. And we were going to duck into here, as I showed you before. We're actually going to go now to this bridge, and there's a launch ramp right there. And I do think we're actually going to be able to pull up to a wall when we get there tonight. And we've got plenty of time. Perfect conditions. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this with the camera. I can see it barely with my naked eye. But there is a bridge in the distance. I'm starting to see the pillars. I can see some kind of tower right there, like right in the middle of the screen. And there is some pillars of a bridge. That's what we're aiming for. And we're trying to beat that right there at 5 miles an hour. I think we're going to barely do it. Stay tuned. Picked up the RPMs a little bit at the end of the day here, which is actually a good idea to do if you're just running your motor at low RPMs all day. You know, it can't hurt to clean it out a little bit. Are you starting to see that bridge? There. See that? See that? Seeing that bridge? We'll get there. Good morning. Let me try to capture this thought that I'm having. It's before coffee too, so we'll see how this goes. Making coffee. I'm out of half and half too, but that's okay. So this is where we made it last night, right in the corner here. Here's the bridge. I didn't realize that it's a swing bridge. It's not like an overarching bridge you go under. Though we might be able to get under it in some spots. I'm not really sure yet. We will find that out today. the marina, there is a marina right over there. It's on the other side of the bridge, just right on the other side of the bridge. And this is a sweet spot. We came in here after dark, or just right at dark. We're talking the last 5 minutes of daylight. And of course, you know, with Navionics, it's, you know, pretty easy for the most part. I mean, I got my little spotlight out to make sure I'm not going to run into any, you know, posts or anything like that. And I looked it over really good with Google Maps. I put it on the, there's a setting I'll show you here on the screen, but where you can kind of hone in and, you know, see things in more detail. So between those two, you know, you can do a pretty good job in the dark, that's for sure. You don't have to have a shanty boat, you know, to necessarily do this, but I think it does help, especially if you're obviously going to come into shallower spots. And let's say the water dropped out from under you, or you miscalculated or something like that. It happens in places with a lot of tide, Georgia, Florida. You know, you just drop on the bottom. It happened to us a couple times. If you look back on some of the videos, you know, there were times where we got off the channel and went to bed and woke up in the morning and we're sitting in the mud. And then the water comes back and it comes back. So, you know, just the benefits of having a catamaran or a flat bottom boat, really. And just how close you can get into shore and the places you can get into. This is, you know, this is a good example. If we were in a trawler or something, this would have been a spot we could have got into also. So, you know, I don't want to oversell the, you know, the concept, but you kind of get what I'm saying. I think I even see a better, if it was daylight, you know, if it was late when we came in, we probably could have even went into that little spot over there. Even better. 2 or 3 feet of water right there, tucked in that little nook, the rebel nook. Well, you want to go or not? Dumb question. Load up. Load up. Load up. Load up. Load up. What are you waiting for? Load up. Load up. Ugh. We haven't addressed this yet. This is the one I got for $200, and it runs good enough. Let's put it that way. It doesn't like to idle. It's got, you know, something else going on, but it runs good enough to get us around for now, and eventually we're gonna combine it with that one, or, you know, whatever. When I get time. We've been kind of having transit days here, but just for those that kind of got left hanging on the last video of like, well, what's the final conclusion? We're getting by just fine with this one for now, but we're probably going to end up just having 2 good dinghy motors by the time this is done. So, okay, let's get to shore. This one starts pretty easy on choke, but it's really cold-blooded. Doesn't like to idle. The guy I got it from did tell me a couple things that he tried to fix it. He put a brand new carburetor in this one. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I have time. I'm not worried about it. This on the map here. Looks like they're doing some construction. Maybe we can sneak up in here somewhere. Looked like a cool little dock once. Oh yeah, we'll be able to sneak in and out of here. Well, there's a convenient gas station right here, that's for sure. Might have to stop and fill the cans, even though I don't really need gas. But you should try to get it whenever you get a good, easy chance. Let's go check this out. I know it's not a real, you know, quote unquote real lighthouse, but it sure looks authentic. Little mini lighthouse. Or who knows, maybe it was. I don't know, I'll look it up. Looks very well built. Good girl. Good girl. For those that ask if I pick it up, yes, I pick it up. Looks like they're doing a full refurb on this marina here. It's all blocked off and no trespassing, it's a crime, and I don't know. Improvement project. Look at this cool boat, guys. It's a work boat. Make a beautiful shanty boat. Oh man, that would make such an awesome shanty boat. Oh, it's that brand that we see around here. Oh, Okakwa or Oka. It's like a native name. Folks that ask me, you know, where'd you find your hull and where can I get one? The answer is these workboats, but the thing is that they never have a reason to sell them. You know, they're tools to these companies, and they don't really wear out. You know, if you take halfway decent care of them, you can always just put a new outboard on them. So, you know, long way of saying they just don't come up for sale very often, or you have to get them custom made, or you have to buy them brand new, and they are not cheap. Okay, guys, while this is fresh in my head, I'm going to say this. I just talked to a kind of a foreman on the project here. And you got enough peeing and pooping? Never. You got to load up. Come on, sandbag. Load up. Don't make me do it. Load up. You might or might not notice that you don't see any ads in our videos. You just see them at the beginning, at the end, which you can skip. And I do that on purpose. And I make less ad revenue, but I do that for you and I do it for me because I think that we're telling a story here in 20 or 30 minutes uninterrupted is a gift. A gift for you and a gift for me. So if you like that, maybe you could give me a subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, a thumbs up, a hype, all those things would help. Thank you. Making the decision whether we're going to just go under one of these, between these pillars here. I think we got plenty of room. Or go to the official swing bridge, which I really don't necessarily want to do because they might see us coming and just start swinging the bridge, and we don't need it. So I think we're just going to go the unintrusive, self-sufficient, taking care of ourselves and therefore not burdening anybody route. I suppose any of them will do, but I picked this one because the stance is a little more than one that has the pillar sticking out a little bit like that for some reason, an angle. So we're going to go right through here. And never miss an opportunity. I love you so much. And then here's the construction of the new bridge that they're putting over the bay here, or the river. That nice guy that I met that was telling me about the boats and such, the foreman on this project, one of them, he said this is going to be an arcing bridge. It's going to be a high one so that they don't have to open the swing bridge all the time, because in the summer it can back up the traffic for miles, everyone going out to the Outer Banks. So I'm sure the locals are going to appreciate this. And out of this fellow's way, nice push barge, tugboat, beautiful. So today we are going to try, we're leaving Alligator River, we're going to cross Albemarle. I know I'm massacring that right there. Please correct me in the comments if you could, you would. And we're going up to Elizabeth City, which is right there. We got a little wave action and wind action this morning. No problem. After you conquer Lake Superior, it takes a lot to rattle your cage, but I'll be looking forward to getting this little passage done, I think. I can finally see the spit of land up there, so it gives me something to aim at. So that's always a little bit comforting. Makes it a little easier to keep it going straight too. Look at this, guys. Mylar balloons, 2 of them. I'm a big fan of the channel Lost Lakes, and I know that he talks about that all the time. He gets way back in the middle of nowhere, Ontario, Canada, out there doing his canoe trips and backcountry trips, and he'll be walking through the woods and no one's even been there for 100 years, and he comes across a Mylar balloon. So yeah, they're a menace. It's just true. They fly off and then they land, and they'll take them 1,000 years to rot away. What are you doing? These are the first crab pots that I've seen that you have to start watching for. There's quite a few in this bay here. Coming into Elizabeth City, North Carolina at the end of the day. See it up there a little better. Tied up a guy into a tree, though. And a tree. We get to go through a lock and dam.